Welcome to Crawford. My name is Ezekiel Mureithi. I head the marketing and the admission at Crawford International School. And today I'm very excited to welcome you to the HR show, where I'm going to be talking more about my day here at Crawford, what I do and what it takes. So I'm very much excited to be part of this, and welcome to Crawford once again.
Hello.
How are you?
Very fine.
Welcome to Crawford.
Thank you very much.
I'm excited to take you through my day.
It's a pleasure having you on Meet the HR.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, so you're ready to come to my office?
I'm very ready.
Research girl.
Thank you. Mr. Mureithi,
Yes, now.
thank you for having us.
Oh, it's good to be to welcome your team here at Crawford.
Thank you.
We have been saying that you're going to come to Crawford.
Finally, after very many, you see,
Yes.
things happen, but finally the day has come and we are here.
I'm happy to welcome you to this place. It's a beautiful school
Very beautiful.
in the outskirts of town.
In the outskirts of town, even the air feels a little bit fresh.
It is one of the remaining places.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of the Nairobi bars and the hustle. It's just that serene environment for school, which is strange to find a marketing manager, isn't it?
Yes.
But
Which
yeah.
is interesting.
Yeah.
So as a marketing manager, what do you do?
So basically, I have worked in many places before,
Okay.
but I can tell you for a fact a school, and mostly an international school, is one of the most engaging and difficult places to work in, because the environment is so fluid and it is so engaging. So Crawford is basically a Cambridge school, and it means that you are then appealing to the international community and the local community to bring their children here. So for that to happen, contrary to many other public schools where the parents just take their kids to school, here you have, here you have to reach to the parents. You have to convince them why they should bring their kids to this kind of a school.
Yes.
So it requires strategies to be put in place. It requires that I put some of the policies I know that they are going to work.
Yes.
So to bring those parents to actually want to come to Crawford. So my main purpose for my work is to make sure that we have as many enrollments and quality enrollments as much as possible, but also maintain our students so that then the rollover is quite high. So if you get 600 students, then you maybe with 600 students, and you make sure you're not losing even one student.
Yes.
So my main work is to get students and to maintain them at school, but also to grow the brand and the reputation of the school.
All right. Did you study for this?
Partially yes, partially no.
We want to hear that.
So when I was in campus, my very first course I wanted to do was international relations.
International relations.
Yes, but in between I got swayed by different people telling me, oh, PR has more opening. If I do public relations, it has more say in the corporate sector.
Yes.
In second term, I switched and I went to do communication and public relations.
So you started with IR.
Yes.
Then second time ukasema, it's high time, let's switch.
Yeah, because IR is more like PR, but to be quite honest, different. One is about security, international security. The other is about pure communication and marketing, kind of. So I settled for public relations, and I decided to do IR as a minor, now international relations as a minor. But again, as I went forward, I decided to do other courses like digital marketing with the Kenya private sector sometime.
So within it, those were some of the trainings, or was it still offered in school?
In terms of the marketing part, it was partially incorporated in the PR per se. But again, after finishing the degree now in public relations, I think I have been going more toward the marketing side and doing more courses now aligning to marketing, mostly because of the dockets that I have been holding so far.
So PR and marketing could go line in line, or is it the same thing?
There is a very thin line between public relations and marketing. Public relations is about you getting value out of your brand without using a penny.
Okay.
It's about selling Ezekiel to a person. What are your qualities? You know, are you a good person? Yes. That's PR.
Yes.
Marketing is me putting a billboard of Ezekiel there and saying Ezekiel Mureithi is a good person. Now I'm selling.
Yes.
And you have to use cash.
Okay.
That's the difference between marketing and public relations.
All right.
However, they are more intertwined because you find when you go to work with many corporations, then public relations, marketing, communication are kind in a one basket.
All right.
So here at Crawford, mostly I manage the communication, the public relation, the marketing, because mostly they are running together at a go.
Okay.
Yes.
So does it involve a lot of sitting in the office, or what does it involve?
It involves a lot of outdoor activities and outdoor. In fact, we are planning for 2 events right now. So we have a CUNA Kindergarten Open Day. It is in Westlands. So that's an event I'm organizing for. We have an open day again, which is coming up on the 25th,
Yes.
which is next month. That's another event that we are putting together. That requires a lot of outreach, that you're reaching to other different people. We have an open day. You need as many parents as you can manage to get to come and see your school.
Yes.
But then the other thing would involve now sitting and doing the reports. It involves me planning the strategies for the school. It involves responding to parents. And these are big schools.
Yes, yes.
So Crawford has about 600 students. And
Total.
So if you're doing communication for those parents, then it means you're doing 600 to the student themselves. And you're doing to about 1,200 if a kid has 2 parents. And if it is one, we are looking at about 1,200, 1,100 parents.
Yes.
This is a mega organization.
This is quite major because when you look at all those numbers, you have to have all the details.
Yes.
Ensure you have a team behind it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it requires a lot of, so you move from marketing, so you're planning events. Then there is the HQ because Crawford is a brand from South Africa.
Okay.
So the HQ is requiring reports. They want to see graphs. How is the school proceeding? What issues are you facing? That's required you to sit and do all that.
Okay.
Then you move to the communication part where you're sending a lot of information to the parents. That requires now you to be sitting and focused.
Yes.
So if I'm not happening to do events or I'm not attending other meetings, you're going to find me at my desk because it's full.
Yes.
So when I go to maybe somewhere and I see people sitting and I wonder, there is a huge difference. It is quite involving. A school is quite involving.
It's quite involving and very different.
A very different setup.
Is it okay if we go outdoor?
Yeah, I'm happy to walk you around and just you can even speak to one of my colleagues or two, and then you can just see some of the things that we have here at Crawford.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
So
here,
here,
basically students come and sit here when
Okay.
they're having their meals, their home meals.
all right.
Or when we have an event, this is the space that the students will just come and sit. Or when we have parents, they will come and sit as they wait for the function to take place.
All right. So for the events you are planning,
Yes.
Is there one that will be held here?
Yeah, the open day on the 25th is going to happen here.
Okay.
So basically, all the prospective parents, they come and interact with the MD, the deputy principal, the teachers. There's some experiment put in place for them to see. We take them around the school, we tell them about the culture of Crawford, the different courses that we offer. So you get the whole experience of a Crawfordian.
It's a very lovely place. Do you come up with some of your strategies here?
Yes, we do, because most of the time it will be you sitting down and seeing what is working and what doesn't work for you.
Okay.
So I know for a fact that many parents would want to come and see the school for themselves.
Yes.
Different to what many parents look when just a school. Where can I take my kid? For this one, they do research. They want to come and see the courses. They want to come and see the structures that you have in place. So you have to do your strategies here. You have to bring them home.
You have to bring them home.
Yes.
So some of the strategies, what would they include?
So basically, it makes me look at where the students are coming from in terms of the distance.
Or distance.
Because I'll take into consideration, I know most of the students will be coming from this area. So I need to do more campaigns there.
Okay.
Then I would look at something of which courses then is the student interested in. So if a student is more of academically oriented, then I'll look at the courses that mostly they would appeal to such kind of students.
So in Crawford, if I am more inclined to sports,
yes,
you'll advise me on
that's
sports.
what we are going to give you, because then I know you are a student inclined to to sports. Remember, Crawford is a very premium brand, so we offer we try to cater for every child. So if a child is more of a games person,
Yes.
we have a huge pool of games. We have swimming. We have a heated swimming at that, actually.
Beautiful.
At 25
Wow.
by 25 Olympic size.
Uh-huh.
So we have a very strong swimming team. We have a professional team for football. We have rugby, hockey, chess, Zumba. I mean,
Everything.
everything. So every child has something they fit best on.
Okay.
And we have about a total of 22 subjects that are offered.
And now for the marketing part. Is sales and marketing the same, or what happens? Because most of our people who are finishing Form 4 or they're in high school, they'll say, I want to join sales and marketing.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing with PR, or there's a difference between sales and marketing?
They are intertwined. You
Okay.
can't separate sales and marketing. I mean, it is sales and marketing,
Yes.
because literally you market something, and when a person is interested, you make a sale,
Yes.
or what we call you close the deal. All right. So personally, I'll make deals to attract parents.
Okay.
All right. They will be showcasing more of Crawford to the outside person. But then when they come to school, now they are looking to join the school.
Yes.
You have to make the sale.
Right.
Because basically you make the sale when that parent decides, now I'm going to join Crawford.
I'm coming here.
And that involves now my team sitting down, convincing the parents, selling to them the product, which is Crawford.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what we offer and why there is value for money for you to bring your kid here.
Yes.
And once that parent decide to enroll, now I have made my sale. So sales and marketing, they go hand in hand. You market and then you sell to the
You
client.
make the sales. So in your marketing team, how many people do you have?
So I have about 4 people who work.
4 people.
Yes.
And we have a number of 600 students.
Yes.
And parents could be about 1,200.
Yes.
So you have to communicate with them.
Yes.
How is it?
Basically, as I said, I have worked in many places. This one is different. There are so many stakeholders and this school requires constant communication.
Yes.
So I'll have staff working in with communication that needs to go ASAP to parents. And then there are groups.
Yes.
There is going to be a PTA meeting. There is going to be a trip to Nanyuki. There is a camp happening.
Yeah.
All these people require that information ASAP. There is a parent inquiring about something. So you're going to have to be very diverse and very strategic in who gets what. Because you don't send information for PTA to a group for camping. It has to be very much differentiated. All right.
So what are some of the skills I require so that to survive? Because here you have to be very careful and very precise.
So first you need to be a very proactive person. I know it comes down to maybe what you have done on paper, the academics, that's fine. And
Well,
you can decide
to
you can decide to go for PR, marketing, sales. Those are some of the courses that can actually fit here. But then it is about the individuality of a person. You need to be proactive.
Yes.
You need to be very engaging. You need to be charismatic. This is a school in terms of how you deal with students. And
You can't be dull.
You can't be dull, and you need to have that human touch in how you communicate to the students. Remember, you can't just be very aggressive. You need to have that touch. So there are a lot of checks and balances. So a marketing course would be ideal for this place. A PR course would be perfect for this. But again, there are those skills that cannot be taught in class.
You learn in the job.
You learn in the job.
For you to get such a job, how long did it take you?
Yeah, so first I went to work as a communication officer at a place called Hansidel for Kenya Business Guide.
Ah.
And I was mostly handling their communication part. Then it was time I decided maybe it's time to launch my company. But before it could get off the ground,
Yes.
I received an invitation by the MD, and we are looking for...
It was an invitation directly. Had you been here before?
No, I have not been here before. She contacted me. I think we had been connected on LinkedIn. So she was one of my connections.
LinkedIn.
Yes.
So there's power in the connection of mtu asione tu social media ni ya kupost picha.
I have about 10,000 followers on LinkedIn.
All right.
And I have always been saying there is power in LinkedIn. It works.
Power.
Because I said I'm looking for something to do with marketing and PR. And then I said, we are looking for this. Can you come and can you send your CV? And I did. And then of course I went for a round of
how many interviews?
I think there were 3.
3?
Yes, a physical one, another assessment online.
Way.
Yes, but here we are.
Which year was that?
It was back in 2020, I think. Yes.
2020,
Yes.
around COVID.
The COVID time.
How's the experience for you?
In fact, the beauty of this, I found a school that has already evolved toward the online setup.
Okay.
The school had already moved to that. So we didn't have any even issues when it came to the online learning. Because the school is 24 hours online. It's a Microsoft school.
Okay.
So we just switched. Our student did not lose anything. But again, there were so many things that you had to put in place. We had to put the procedures for COVID, they being adhered to. And that's how we maintain that none of the students got COVID when during that season.
During that pandemic.
Yes.
Strategies, you are having them, some are online and some you have to be like physically.
Yes. As much as you're doing online, you need to be in the office to work best, because even when the students are at home, you as a staff required to be in school, because
whether you like it or not.
Yes, because when you're working from away from school, then it's a bit difficult for you to put everything into perspective.
That's true.
But when you are here, you see things from an angle. It's what I say, a step back. You do something, then you take a step back and you look at it afresh.
Okay.
It gives you a lot of new ideas.
New ideas.
Yes.
So where do you get your inspiration from in terms of your strategies? Do you look at other companies or just from your research?
First, this is a huge brand. It's a mega brand. Okay. Advitech owns about more than 120 schools back in South Africa.
Schools.
Yes. So I have a very strong support team in South Africa who have been on my case, just guiding me. What needs to be done. So the beauty of this, I didn't start from zero perspective.
Okay.
I had very rounded experience. People just working with me, telling me, this works, it doesn't work. And if I get stuck, I always go back to them.
You can at least refer to them.
Yes. But also I have a very supportive managing director, who she is quite vibrant in terms of knowledge that she has had in terms of running a school.
Yes.
So when you're working with such kind of a person, then it becomes much easier.
How do you ensure that there is that trust? Because this is a new parent coming to you and they need a school. They've already done their research. They have questions. How do you tell them that this is the best school you can ever decide to bring your child to?
So our marketing team works with what we call a 6-star experience.
6-star experience.
Yes.
Could we have a seat?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what involves the 6-star?
Basically, many hotels, they offer the 5-star experience. Have you ever gone to a 5-star hotel?
I've tried one and the experience was quite exquisite.
Okay, so now you can imagine a 6-star experience.
That's
so
beyond.
We are going beyond. So it's about the parent making that phone call. I'm looking for a school. Yes. And it's about my initiative to actually talk to that parent and ask, what are you looking for? What are your child needs?
Yes.
So it's not me telling you, yeah, okay, make an application online. No. That's not how it works. It's actually me reaching out to the parent and making sure that they feel I actually care about their kid.
Yes.
I actually care about them wanting to bring their child here. It is not, I'm looking for it's not like they're doing me an advantage by bringing their kid here.
Yes.
So it's actually me going out to them and actually making them understand, I value your kid coming here. So that's what we call a 6-star experience.
Yes.
Because I communicate back to them, I ask their needs. If there's something that's needs, again, if they want to go and see the managing director for just more clarity,
yes,
I'm happy to book an appointment.
There is not that, what is it called? That hierarchy. No, we finish with you here.
No, absolutely.
So there's that openness.
We are going to go as far as it takes. If you require more, sit down with even the specific teachers for the grades. We'll get our teacher to sit down with you. So that kind of a 6-star experience is actually what sells the school. If you look at maybe even the rating that Crawford has in terms of how parents were treated, is because we work with a very high standard of ethics. But again, remember, even South Africa dictates that we work with this kind of standards. So I'm watched by very many people. Of course, there is the MD here, there is the South Africa back there.
Yeah.
So it means that we have to put more effort then in actually making any stakeholder for Crawford feel that they're not getting a 3-star experience, which a 3-star is still a very nice experience if you go to such kind of a hotel.
Yes.
So now you can imagine a 6-star kind of an experience.
That's true. What makes you stand out as a marketing manager?
You have to be willing to go beyond your paycheck and beyond your working hours.
So we should stop looking at, it's 5, I'm going home.
Yeah.
The day is done.
At some point, I just look up and wow, it's 5. It's going to 6.
Yes.
Because you are putting. I try to work with putting my heart into my work, and not because I'm working here at Crawford, but basically you are trying to give all the attention and details to your work. And if your work is good, you feel good as a person.
You feel proud.
Yeah. So I don't work because I want to please anyone. I basically work to ensure that what I sell and my output is actually, it stands out.
Yes.
And because I always believe there is payoff. Even if it doesn't happen now, whatever you are building now will count in the future.
Okay.
So mine is not a short-term vision. It's a long-term vision. Who the brand of Ezekiel, where it is going to.
And where is it going to?
Yes. And so far it has been working quite good.
Yes.
And that because of it requires you to go outside the walls of your contract and just putting more effort in selling you as a product.
Does it involve you like moving from the classes and seeing how best can we market this class? How best can we have an activity?
Yes, I work even on Saturdays.
Yes.
Because that's the time now when the parents will come and want to tour the school.
Okay.
I will personally walk with them.
Can
class
we walk
to class.
through the classes?
Absolutely. I will just walk with them
Okay.
class to class. So I'll be able to see what maybe needs to be changed.
All right.
What improvement needs to be done.
Yeah.
So you know what is working and what is not working.
And you know what you're being sold
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
How different is this from a normal primary or secondary school? Can the same strategy work for them?
Every product is sold based on the needs.
Okay.
So a strategy for a school like Crawford will not work for another school because
Okay.
maybe their market dynamics are quite different.
You told me you were supposed to interact with some of the chefs and also the ones preparing. Is it an important thing when it comes to marketing?
It is a big thing. We always, I always have a meeting and communication with the chef every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah, when he's sending the menu that we send to the parents.
So marketing isn't just about communication hiyo ya kukaa kwa ofisi.
What are you selling? You know, that's the big question you should be asking.
Yes.
If you're selling a school, you are selling the services, you're selling the cafeteria, what the children eat, you're selling the classroom they stay in, you're selling the fields. The swimming pool needs to be crystal clear.
Hey.
It's about selling everything basically.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing marketing, what would you be doing apart from building your brand?
I'll be doing farming.
Farming.
Yes.
Why farming? Farming and marketing.
I'm a huge fan of farming.
Yes.
So if I wasn't doing marketing and maybe I'm not also doing communication, then I'll be doing farming. I'm a big time person of farming.
So it means even if you still have a job, you have to look at the future. What does it hold?
Of course.
The long-term goal.
By the way, yes. They say if your name is not on the door, that's not your company.
That's a problem.
All right. So you're gonna have to plan for the future. So even if you're not here, then what else can you be doing?
Okay. Before we go see the deputy, I wanted to ask, there are people who have finished their Form 4, they've finished their degree, their diploma, and even if it was a short course. And they're getting the notion that communication is flooded, marketing is flooded. What would you tell them?
I know they have a valid point. I think company have been very unfair to other communication graduates.
Okay.
Simply because most of the people employed to handle communications are not in any way related to communication. We have seen celebrities from nowhere just
they're the
heading
ones
the shows.
taking over the jobs.
These are we stayed in campus for 5 years doing these things. It's quite unfair, to be quite honest.
Yes.
But again, we still have those respectable organizations such as Crawford and the others that still give a shot to communication and they respect the communication docket and the marketing dockets. So there is hope. I would tell them not to be discouraged.
Yes.
There is still some hope. Just maybe not concentrate more on the media because that's what many people do.
You finish and you're like, media, here I come. Wait for me. I'm the next one, big on your screens.
To be quite honest, media is one of the... They don't pay very well. So just find someone
You had
else.
to say that.
I mean, there are so many options. Media is not the only pinnacle for communication, and that's the biggest mistake that is done by communication graduates.
Yes.
It's diverse. You can do a lot of other things with com, and it's very diverse.
Yeah.
You can't be doing communication for a school, for a real estate.
Uh-huh.
No, just... So please come in.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
We were here to see Mr. Mureithi, and it was just an honor to at least pass by and get to ask, how is it working with Mr. Mureithi?
Oh, it's working well. We work as a team,
Yes.
and he's very experienced. He's a team player, and I must say he's got a lot of experience. So whenever we're unsure about should we do this in our marketing department, he's the person to go to.
He's the best person
Yeah,
to go to.
yeah, definitely.
Apart from work, does it involve you guys being friends at least?
Well, sometimes that's difficult because we stay on campus, and I know him as Ezekiel, he goes off campus. But during school days, we're all friends here. We have lunch together, we visit each other in our offices, but I wouldn't say that we visit over weekends because he actually works over weekends as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's sometimes difficult.
And are there strategies that you've actually pitched to him and he actually kept them and worked on them?
No, definitely. I'm not sure if he was involved in schools before, but I must say whenever we've got ideas of, let's say, open days or any of the other things that's unique to schools,
Yes.
he's on board, and he follows the ideas and always gives his own ideas as well.
Thank you. What would you describe Ezekiel as?
Well, I will describe him as an energetic, full of new ideas, often things that we haven't thought of
Yes.
person.
Nice. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
And it was a pleasure
Yeah.
being part of this and just helping people outside understand what marketing managing is all about.
I'm hoping that you got some insights.
Yes,
into
I
this.
did.
I know it's quite different, marketing for school, more than marketing another product.
Yes.
But it gives you more of an insight of how it is.
Yes.
I can tell you for a fact that maybe there is a misconception about marketing for school. It's like a mega organization that you have to keep all the parts together.
Yes.
And I hope that you got some of that.
We did get a lot from this, so thank you very much.
Absolutely, it was
Till
a
then,
pleasure.
next time we'll come back.
Yeah, please come back anytime, and it's a good place. We like visitors.
Most
alright?
definitely.
And it's a serene place. Even if you're not coming to shoot, just pop by when you're coming.
I will.
Yes.
Okay, this has been Meet the HR Show with me, Larnell. Till next time, bye-bye.